going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Lace 'em Up podcast. We are at officially episode 25, KB. We made it to a quarter of 100. You know, that's not bad. That's not bad. 25. I feel like that's a milestone. I feel like 25 is a milestone. You know.
Yeah.
We made it pretty deep. So I mean, congratulations to us, I guess. And let's hop into, stars of the week and congratulate some other guys.
Yeah.
So you started off, brother.
Big time. My man's Cam fucking Reddish. Just because I used to fuck with Cam Reddish back when he was at Duke with Zion, when he was his thing. But he ended up getting injured his first year. And then today, game 6 against Milwaukee, my man had a playoff career high with 22 points, shooting 60% from the field. Second year, basically, it's his first, solid year. So, big shout out to Cam Reddish, man. You played well. Shout out to Atlanta Hawks. That's all I got to say, man. That's my star of the week, Cam Reddish.
Great game. The future is bright in Atlanta, that's for sure.
Yeah.
And just so y'all know, we just finished watching the Bucks Atlanta game. So, Bucks moving on. But, yeah. So, what is that? We are July, right? July 4th.
Yeah, that's scary.
Goddamn.
Finals
is
is
passing quick.
Yeah. Finals are starting Tuesday.
Yeah, I'm gonna slap y'all with my start of the week. We call him Spina, Big Spinazzola. MVP, got injured in the game versus Belgium. Feel so bad for him. Big loss. He was dead as our Euro 2020 MVP. Probably the best fullback in the Euros as a whole. The guy was just a performer, man. Performer,
yes,
clutch, box to box. No mistakes. It's tough to see him go. And I've been seeing the Italian team giving him his flowers, on the plane, in the restaurant and stuff, and I love it. And, sad to see him go. So he's my star of the week just because, we won't be able to shout him out again after this since he's out. But he deserves a shout out because he's been a performer for us. So, but speaking of Euro 2020, let's hop right into that.
Yes, sir.
So, we actually only talked about 2 round of 16 games on the last episode, so we're gonna quickly go over some. Might go into detail into them a little bit, but obviously we want to get on to the quarterfinals because that's recently, that's happened today and yesterday. So, but we'll start off with the round of 16 since we didn't get to talk about it yet. So, Croatia versus Spain, 3-5 in extra time. And I know you talked. I didn't see this game. I slept. I was like, wait, when was this? Was this Friday? I was either sleeping or working, one of the two. So I missed this game. But you say that this was one of the best games of the tournament. So
yeah, 100%.
So how so? Take us into that.
Well, first, I think Spain had a 3-1 lead at the time. They had a 3-1 lead, and then Croatia made it back some way somehow, and then it was complete domination after in extra time. So it was a good game, as in Croatia put up a fight with whatever they had, as in it's just Modric and that team, and Perisic was injured, oh no, not injured, he had COVID.
Oh yeah, what about Mandzukic?
Mandzukic didn't play.
He didn't play? Bench?
I don't even think Mandzukic played the whole tournament.
No way.
I don't think I seen him the whole tournament.
Did they call him up?
Nah, bro. I mean, the way Mandzukic has been performing, bro, he's completely trash right now. Mandzukic plays for AC Milan, and he's rated a 76 in a game. So
no way.
Yeah, so I'm not surprised that
we recently acquired that guy, so he didn't play for us for long, but
yeah, he hasn't been performing like that.
Damn.
Yeah.
But yeah, so any nothing too crazy. Croatia came back at the end, I think, right? Spain was up 3-1.
Yeah.
3-1, right? And then Croatia came back, tied it up, extra time, and then Spain put them to bed. I'm telling you right now, I don't think Spain is having a better performance than that because, they're about to go to sleep very soon.
Don't jinx that shit, man.
Fam, I've been talking shit this whole Euro, and they've been doing what I've been saying. What I've been saying. That's it. Yo, I'm playing with house money right now. Literally, if they lose, you can't lose with this team. They've made it past the point where you could talk shit about them. They've done more than what people expected. So now it's kind of if something happens, if they lose or if they win, it's kind of just you're a winner regardless.
Who you talking about right now? You talking about your team?
Yeah, Italy, bro.
I don't think anyone expected anything from y'all, bro.
that's exactly my point. That's what I'm saying. Nobody expected anything. So even if they lose if they lose the next game or the game after that, like you can't talk shit about them because you were talking shit about them before they even got into the tournament. So
They'll still be talking shit about your team, bro. You know how it
of
goes.
course, bro, because we're the enemies, bro. Everybody's already out here saying it's coming home and shit. Like, bro, you've never touched foot in England. Shut up. But yeah, bro. But anyways, on to the next one. Shout out to your boys. Shout out to your. Let's talk about your team now. France versus Switzerland, 3-3. They go to extra time. They go to penalty kicks, and they lose. My guy Kylian Mbappe had the worst game of his career, club or international. That was a rough game for the kid.
I don't care.
I feel bad for him, but at the same time, it's like, damn boy, you had like 3 prime chances, and I think we all knew when he pulled up to take that penalty kick, like we all knew. Even in me in my head, I was thinking before. I'm like, the 5th kick was about to happen. They didn't show Mbappe yet, and I'm like, yo, if Mbappe's taking this kick, they're losing. And then I see the camera pan to him, and I'm like, oh shit, he's taking the kick. He's not scoring this kick. And I think we both felt that. We were both like, nah, he's not scoring this kick.
Yeah, exactly.
And he didn't. And shout out to Sommer, bro, because we're about to get him to him again. Or is it Sommer? I don't know, bro. The Swiss keeper.
Yeah.
But that guy, he deserves keeper of the tournament, bro. Like, even before it ends, he deserves that shit. But we'll get into that. He had another great game after. So, how do you feel about that, bro? Your boys are out.
I'm fucking pissed, obviously. But at the same time, it's one of those where, like, from the beginning of the tournament, the way the games was played and shit, they didn't perform to, like, what I expected them to perform. Like,
they were
you
too
know what I mean?
cocky.
Exactly. Like, too much. Like, it's like they thought they had the talent to execute, but it's not just the talent at this point, bro. The system has to work. And Deschamps being the coach that he is, like, fam, like, your system's old. Like, I get it. You want to World Cup with that shit, but you gotta switch that shit up. Like, I feel like all the new teams now, all the teams that are doing well right now, they have a set system that fucking works. And this guy decided to try something in knockout stages as if we don't got something to lose. Like, yeah, he tried something. It cost us a goal, and as soon as we switched back to whatever the fuck we were supposed to play, that's when we got back in the game. We took that lead, this, that, whatever, and then they blew it. Everyone's blaming. People are blaming Mbappe. People are blaming Pogba. I'm blaming Clément Lenglet. People are blaming Deschamps. But at this point, bro, it's the whole team. Like, it's just it wasn't it. It wasn't it from the beginning of the tournament. Like, we did 1-1 against Hungary. Like, that right there was just a downhill from there. Like, at that point, it was just nah.
What was I gonna say? Like, you had me thinking about something, and then it slipped my mind. But yeah. Oh, we were talking about this before. Like, that I think we mutually agreed on this, that starting Benz might have not been the play, even though the guy scored 2 goals in the game. He had a good Euro performance. Like, y'all had no chance to test this guy in the system whatsoever.
Yeah.
This guy took away from Grisou. He took away from Mbappe. And, like, they were just not the same team that won the World Cup. And I think that the smarter play from Deschamps, and I get it, bro. Benzema's like a world-class talent. He's been like a top 5 striker in the world for like the last decade, if not more. Like, you know, I get it. I get why you would want to play him. But, like, he's had no time with the team. His first game with the team was the first game of the tournament for them.
Yeah.
And then, like, it was just clear to me that, like, they were almost like Mbappe especially, I felt like he was, like, forcing the ball to Benz out of respect, you know what I mean, for a French legend. And him finally getting back to the team and, like, you know, kind of trying to give him a, like, what do you want to call it, like a his comeback, you know, like give him his make him look good on his return to the national team. So and honestly, like, having a good player come off the bench is not an issue, you know what I mean? If your lineup is solid as is without that player in it, having him come off the bench is not an issue. Imagine, like, you know, you run the lineup as is, and then after you take Mbappe off, or you move Mbappe to the wing and take someone else off and put Benzo in, like, that's a team, bro. Like, that's scary. Like, you know, like, that's a weapon you can use, or you could run a different formation when you put Benzo in. You know, you could have the World Cup formation and a formation with Benzo.
I mean, I thought from the beginning of the tournament that formation should have changed from the get go. Like as soon as we lost both of our left backs, I thought he should have switched the formation to three defenders. Like I thought that should have been the damn system. But I don't know. I guess my guy Deschamps wanted to be hard headed. Yeah. Like having Benzema on the pitch is not. It's not like. If I'm calling him up, I need him to start. You know what I mean? Especially if I have someone like Giroud on the bench, I'd rather have Giroud on the bench than Benzema at this point. I get it with this whole system thing, but at the same time, it's just like the only thing that bothered me the most is that Grisou's role was extremely like downplayed since Benzema was on the pitch. That was my biggest issue. Other than
his
that,
highlights were defensive more than offensive, which is shocking for a player of Grisou's level. But
exactly.
Grisou's also like. I don't know if his time's done because on the club level he hasn't been that great with Barca. Like he hasn't been bad, but like he hasn't been what we expect of Grisou. You know what I mean? Like, so it's tough for France. I'm hearing Zizou might be taking over as the coach.
I mean, I don't even think that's gonna be a whole lot more pressure for Zizou. I'm not saying he can't handle that pressure, but once again, it's gonna be one of those where if Zizou does take over, we're gonna see a whole lot of changes and like. I feel like some players that we do expect to be in the lineup will be snubbed, and I don't know. I feel like that's not going to make people happy, but we'll see how that's going to go.
I mean, honestly, bro, with the talent that team has, like, if you know any bit of football, if you've ever been a manager, you should be able to just get W's. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, facts.
You should. Like, so I think the manager doesn't really matter. It's just about, like, I mean, it does, but, like, you know, once you find a system that works, you could just run with it and go brain dead, you know, because those players will just carry you to wherever you need to go.
Yeah, but I mean, when we're talking about Zizou, like I feel like we know about the Gareth Bale situation, but I feel like
I don't rate Zizou as a manager, but like I know a lot of people do. I don't.
Exactly. Like I feel like within that situation, I feel like he would be the type to kick a man like Coman out just because he feels like he doesn't deserve to be there or some bullshit like that. Like I feel like you know what I mean, especially with that. I'm just trying to compare that Gareth Bale situation. Like I feel like he would do that to one of the French players, and we'll see.
The Gareth Bale situation is one of the main reasons why I don't like Zizou as a manager, because like that's a star and you literally ruined his career single-handedly. And the year that they had him before he went to Tottenham on loan, and he's coming back to Real this year, I think. But the year before, the season before they sent him on loan to Tottenham, Gareth Bale was like scoring every time he was on the pitch, but like he was almost never on the pitch, so it made no sense. It's like every time you put this guy in the game, he's a top performer, and you won't give him starts. Why? Because you don't like him? Like fuck you, Zizou. Like you're a trash manager.
I mean,
you're a trash manager. You won a bunch of trophies because Real was so stacked. Like literally, I could coach them and win some trophies, bro. Like that team is stacked.
Relax,
I'm boosting, bro. I'm talking shit, but like
this motherfucker want to talk shit today. He want to talk shit today.
You get the point. Like I'm talking shit, obviously, but like you know, like I don't respect Zizou as a manager, and I think like this guy's like as soon as he coached less than like elite team, which basically is what Real was, like as they got stripped down and their stars got older, he couldn't do nothing with that. So. Like, you know, like, how can I respect you as a manager? You know, like, that's it's like you did well when the teams were good, and you didn't do well when the teams weren't good. Like, you know, so, but yeah, anyways, let's move on to the next one. England, Germany. We all know that whatever team won this basically has an easy run to the finals, and the game that we saw today kind of proved that. But England, Germany, I don't remember this game too well. I think, what was it? It was like Sterling had like that one in the box, the first goal,
and
Harry Kane was the second one.
Yeah,
like I don't remember this game too well. Like Germany, I'm telling you, these guys are going down the road that Italy went down. I'm telling you, like they're going down the road where like that superstar midfield is getting old and is like grinding down, and they're retiring. Toni Kroos actually just retired from international football the other day.
Which is good for Germany as a whole, to be honest with you.
Why do you not like that guy?
I mean, hey, look, I fuck with Toni Kroos to a certain extent. I feel like his game is just, he's just, I don't know, like I feel like it's not enough. Like he doesn't have enough in the bag. Like I feel like it's basically done. Maybe is he old? Like I don't know what it is, but It's just it ain't it for me. Like he doesn't run. He doesn't run that fast. His passes are amazing. His crosses are amazing. Yeah, but I've already seen great passes. I've seen great crosses. I've seen elite mids, and like he doesn't even fall into that category anyways. Whether they're Germans, whether they're Italians, whether they're French. Like I've seen better players than Toni Kroos. So personally, I'm building a lineup. Toni Kroos he's not seeing that pitch. You crazy?
You're a savage.
You
That's
crazy?
A legend, though.
I mean, he's a legend for German football. He's not a legend for football at all.
Yeah,
That's
I mean,
what I
I don't know.
think.
He played on some pretty big clubs, like over his time.
I mean, Real winning shit is not like I don't even see Toni Kroos as a key part of their championship runs. Whether it's Real, whether it's who do you play for, Bayern. Mm-hmm. Yeah, like Bayern.
I think it was Bayern before Real.
I think so. Yeah. So Bayern maybe. I feel like his impact on Bayern was 10 times more noticeable than it was on Real. But that's probably because like he was probably the man in that mid compared to the amount of people they have at Real.
Modric.
Yeah, so like that's why like I fought with Toni Kroos. Like I respect his game and all that bullshit, but personally I'm building my team. Toni Kroos is not even seeing the pitch, and he's probably not even seeing my reserves, to be honest with you. But
damn, you're an absolute savage.
But
you're insane. Nah, you're on something. I do not agree with that. I do not claim this quote.
Bro, you can name 8 better mids that you've seen in your time of watching football than Toni Kroos.
Oh yeah, easily. I can name 10. But like that doesn't mean that Toni Kroos is bad. Like there's a lot of football teams, there's a lot of football players over the years and years that the game has existed.
I mean, I'm not saying he's bad, but I'm just saying you're not picking him on the team. I'm not picking him on my team. So who rates him then?
Germans. Alright then. So I mean, England, Germany. Like I was saying, Germany's going down the route of what I think Italy was. Like I don't know if they're not gonna make a World Cup like we did, but like they might lose in like qualifiers or something. You know what I mean? Like I think that team is just like gonna go nosedive deep. New manager, new players, new system, and then come back up the same way Italy did. That's the way I think Germany's gonna go.
I mean, that's what they're doing right now, right? They just got a new coach. The World Cup's next year, so we'll see how that system goes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, what I'm gonna say. Big shout out to England though. That was a tough game. I can't even lie to you. We have to give them their flowers. Like they were able to get past Germany, which we didn't expect them to do that.
Really?
You did?
I thought that game could have gone either way. I was like, either team. Like it was 50-50 to me.
Really? You really want 50-50?
Huh?
50-50 for real?
For real. I was like, I literally said whoever's winning that game is going to the finals, which like maybe I didn't outright say 50-50, but what I meant by that is like I'm not picking a winner. You know what I mean? If I thought one team was gonna win over the other for sure, I would have said Germany or England is going to the finals. You know, I wouldn't have said whoever wins that matchup. Yeah. So, but yeah, like the thing is too is like even before the game, if you look at England and Germany, like yeah, the teams might be even on paper, but like England does have a better attack, and that's undoubtable. Like they have better guys who can put the ball in the net. You know what I mean? Like
they have a better overall team.
Yeah, they have a better overall team, but like if you want to talk specifically about like putting the ball in the net, like you got Timo Werner versus Harry Kane. You know what I mean? Like who's their winger? Like you got like Leroy Sané versus Sterling. And we all know Sterling started over Sané while they were on Man City, so that goes to tell you that, you know, like look at that squad, like the attack is just deadlier, like, but yeah, and Neuer, like them losing Ter Stegen hurts. Neuer, like he don't have that no more, in my opinion, but yeah, like them losing Ter Stegen hurts. I bet they would have liked to have him in net. No disrespect to Neuer, legend, like great keeper. But yeah, he's getting up there. He's getting up there in the age. Then we had Sweden, Ukraine. Ukraine beat Sweden 2-1.
Big shout out to Sweden.
Wasn't the most entertaining games, but I want to give a shout out to Forsberg on Sweden. They're number 10. That guy single-handedly tried to win them that game. He hit a post, a crossbar. He scored. Like, yeah, I mean, that guy had a great game.
And they went down 10 men, and he was still trying to fight for his team that guy.
Yeah, so lots of respect to him, lots of respect to Forsberg, but Ukraine came through with the dub. That was a shocking win because I think most of us thought Sweden was going to take that, but yeah. But like clearly, it was a lightning in a bottle because let's move on to the quarterfinals. We'll get into Ukraine's game because goddamn. But first off, let's start off with Switzerland versus Spain. The game ended 1-1. and then they went to penalty kicks. Um, Jordi Alba scoring like a deflection goal early. Switzerland never gave up. They were down 1-0 the whole game until like towards the end when they tied it up. And then we go to penalty kicks, and Sommer again. That guy deserves some fucking respect, bro.
Yeah, putting his
Some
team on his
respect.
back. Yep.
That team, Switzerland lost that game because their players couldn't finish their penalty kicks. That's it. That's it. They had what's his name, Vargas or whatever. The kid.
Yeah.
Like, that's his name, right? Vargas.
Yeah.
He fucking skied that shit on a penalty kick. The rest of their players picked lazy shots, like all to the bottom left corner, like on their strong foot, like very not like what they did against France. And like I feel bad for Sommer because that Simon motherfucker, like that guy got man of the match, and I'm like, damn boy, like you were not the best goalie in that game, that's for sure.
That's for sure.
So, shout out to Sommer. I really wanted Switzerland to win, but I'd rather face Spain if I'm Italy than Switzerland because we slapped them up 3-0 in the group stage. Like because we slapped them up 3-0 in the group stage, I think they would have came in with a chip on their shoulder and they might have given us a bit more work than Spain. I'm telling you right now, I'm not scared of Spain. Like I'm not afraid of them whatsoever. But I will say our fullback situation is rough. So we'll get into that game just now. Sorry, bro. You got something to speak on in the Switzerland-Spain game?
I mean, big shout out to Switzerland because it took France out, and like I obviously wanted them to win too. Spain, I don't think anyone should be worried about Spain because Switzerland did play a lot of the game with 10 men, and Spain
still had shots, more shots than them in extra time. It was crazy.
Exactly, and Spain was not even able to finish or do anything. They went all the way to penalty kicks with that. So whoever plays Spain, which is you guys, I don't think you guys should be afraid of them. Like, it's Spain, bro. Yeah. Like,
not at all.
That should be a game handled easy.
It should be. Like, we'll see. I'm really worried about these fullbacks, bro. But
nah, bro, it's Spain, bro.
Man City has that system. I'm more worried about them versus England. That's the thing. Like, you know, it's less about Spain. I'm already looking a little bit ahead, unfortunately. But we might lose to Spain, and I might look like an idiot and an asshole for saying that. But like, I'm honestly like Italy should win that game. They should. Like, you know what I mean? If they lose that game, like I know it's Spain and they've been giants, but like that's embarrassing to Italy because they're clearly the better team. They're clearly, in my opinion, fully healthy, the best team in the tournament. Like, you know.
I mean, hey man, don't even think it. England might lose to Denmark in the semifinals, bro. The way it's looking, man.
I would love that. Because like our fullbacks are not handling fucking Raheem Sterling, bro. Absolutely not.
Raheem Sterling,
Sancho, like
Marcus Rashford coming out the bench.
Our fullbacks are not handling those guys right now. We're gonna start Di Lorenzo and Emerson, and that's going to be our starting fullbacks. And Mancini's not changing the system. It's just too tight. Like that lineup is staying as is. Like that system's too tight.
Yeah, but I feel like they're gonna drop back a lot just because Emerson's gonna be on the pitch. Because we seen how they started playing when Emerson got on the pitch.
Yeah, but I think they were also trying to protect the lead. But yeah, like they could run a 3 center back lineup, but they're not gonna do that just because like. This formation they're just too tight. Like just the style is just too tight. They're the most well managed team in the Euros, and that's why they're, in my opinion, the best team in this Euro 2020. Fully healthy. Like I'm not scared of England, but losing Spinazzola hurts us real bad because not only was he offensive and defensive, but he was a big body. Like, you know what I mean? He's one of the biggest Italian players on the pitch. So, you know, like, when you're, like, Raheem Sterling, like, he's left back, so he's not dealing with Sterling, but he'd be dealing with, like, Sancho per se, right? Like, that guy's a problem for you, because not only can he run you down, but he's also probably bigger than you, too. So, like, when he's going to shield that ball, you're not getting past him, you know? So, he's, like, man, I can't say anything but good things about Spinazzola, bro. He's just been an MVP. It really hurts to see him go. I hope this guy gets purchased by a big team, gets a fat contract, because he deserves that shit, bro. That performance was, wow, very impressive. But let's hop into Belgium versus Italy. We start off 1-0. Italy's first goal, Barella in the box, boom shield, boom, right foot. I think it was right foot. Into the side of the net. Beautiful, like off a little bit of a scrambly play, but my guy had 3 guys on him, 3 Belgium guys on him in the box, and he still shielded them all off and scored, and it was a nice finish too. Barella, watch out for that kid. He's a nasty mid. I fuck with him heavy. I think he's the second best mid on the team after Verratti over Jorginho. So, shout out to Barella, bro, for that goal.
Barella's low-key been nasty, bro. He I don't know what I was doing. You know how Inter won something in the Serie A?
They won the Serie A title. They won the whole league.
Yeah, he's a big part of that mid.
Yeah.
I'm
sure.
He's a
bro.
big
I
part
didn't
of
know
that
about him before this. I knew about him, but I didn't know he was like that before this. I didn't really watch him play until now.
Mm-hmm.
So like I knew who he was. I heard the name before, but I didn't see his play until now. And like what I like about him is like he'll take a hit. Like he'll get into the dirty areas and he'll still try to make a play. Like he won't just drop. Which I know people are gonna say that's hard to believe with the Italians, but like he won't just drop on you. But yeah. So after that, we get like the Belgian penalty kick. It was like I saw online some people were cheesed about the penalty. Like it's one of those where it's like first of all that was a stupid ass foul by the guy who I told KB before the game is the weak link on the team, Di Lorenzo. So both our fullbacks are injured. Florenzi got injured in the group stage, and then Spina got injured in this game. So we have 2 substitute fullbacks, and Di Lorenzo was one of them. Throughout the tournament, he's looked okay because, I wanted to say shout out to Chiesa for starting today because remember I said that guy needs to start, and he started this game. He had a great game. But I think one they had the book on him. Right, like Di Lorenzo was the weak link, and we need to attack that side.
Yeah.
And 2, I think because Chiesa was on the pitch and they could move the ball up the right side, that some more of the play got tossed to that side of the field, where like the play was always on the left, where now the play kind of moved between both sides, and then he got exposed, because MVP for Belgium, what's his name, Doku was the only threat on that Belgium team, and he was arguably the best player on the pitch for both teams. Like, respects to him, what a game.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like I think so he gets the foul, and Lukaku scores the penalty kick, and then he shushes Donnarumma. I saw that and I said, boy, Chiellini put you in prison tonight. Now you're going into solitary confinement, bro. He's turning off the lights. He's putting you in a straitjacket, and he's locking you in a padded room, bro. You're done. Like, that's it. And he did that, bro. Lukaku got bitched. Like, I love Lukaku, but Lukaku got bitched by my man's Chiellini. Bitched. Like
wow.
Chiellini took a leash and he put that around his neck, and he's like, tu viens. You're coming wherever you go. I'm like a shadow. I follow you. I don't bite no moves. You could twitch your toes. You could shake your head. I'm going to look at you dead in the eye like this. You're not going nowhere. You're not winning a header. You're not winning a single physical battle. Like, and people were out there online saying like, oh, Lukaku played like shit. Lukaku had a bad game. Nah, Chiellini did him. Chiellini did that to him. It was not him. It was Chiellini who did that to him. Put some respect on that guy's name. So, hey man, what is he now? Like, he's got to be close to 40. I think he's like 38. He's still those two, Bonucci and Chiellini in the back. That IQ is on the next level, bro.
Elite.
Next level, elite. They're the best defensive pair in international right now, probably. But like, damn, they're getting old, and we're not gonna have them for long. So I guess appreciate them while they're here. Chiellini, legend. That guy is a legend of football. If anyone says, "Oh, he's only an Italian legend," I'm slapping you. That guy's a football legend. That guy.
Hey, man.
The only player on our pitch who's a football legend. I like Bonucci too. He's up there, but like, he's not like Chiellini's just something else, bro.
Yeah.
But Chiellini's so funny too. Man's in the box like pushing people and shit, and then the ref comes through. He gives them a hug. He's smiling. Like, I love Chiellini so much. That guy's so funny. But yeah. So Lukaku scores the goal. Shusses Donnarumma. We We go into. By the way, Italy dominating the whole time. That penalty was a gift. Like I said, only Doku and then like De Bruyne had a few flashes as well, but literally only those two players on Belgium were doing anything. Thorgan, invisible. I didn't notice him the whole game.
He had to play left back. He didn't even play left mid. He played left back that game.
Yeah, Lukaku shut down. Like Axel Witsel not doing nothing. Like that team. Lately it was just De Bruyne and Doku. That's it. And yeah, the only time I noticed Thorgan was in the when Spinazzola was about to burn him. Like Spinazzola had that guy dead to rights, header past him, and he clearly looked like he was gonna burn him on that run, and then pulled a muscle. Unfortunately, I almost kind of wish that he just let that go. If I could look back now, just let it go. Like you're in the lead, but like they wanted to ice them.
Mm-hmm.
So anyways, speaking about the lead, we get the lead off in a beautiful Insigne strike, his classic little left foot curve. I was getting cheesed at him because he shoots that shot so much last week, but like, hey, he scored on it twice. Beautiful goal. Belgium, once again, I don't know what the hell's wrong with them. Like, they let this guy just walk into space and just take a shot with space from where he wanted. Beautiful finish. And that's how the game would end. 2-1. People were pissed at the end because they were saying Italy was diving to waste time and this and that, and they were they complaining about like Donnarumma holding the ball. The dives, I understand. I'll give you guys that. Like that's like lame and whatever. Donnarumma holding the ball on the ground and taking his time to throw it out. I'm sorry, that's just smart football. And like if you're bitching about that, you're a goof. Any team would do that. Literally any team would do that.
Yeah,
you're in the lead. Spend the time. That's it.
Any team would do that, but if you're cheering for the opposite team, you definitely complain about that shit either.
Of course. But it's like people are so heated about that shit, and it's like, okay, yo, you being heated about the dives, that's fair. I mean, like, I don't know if necessarily all of them were dives. Maybe they're staying on the ground a little bit longer than they need to, but like, yeah.
I mean, diving is an art and not fucking sport, anyways, yo.
Regardless, man, like Belgium didn't deserve to win that game. Like it don't matter. Like they got a freebie penalty. Like, you know what I mean? That's the only reason they were even in the game. Like Italy was the better team by far. Italy held the possession. Like, it was like 62% in the first half. I don't know. They didn't put the stats up for the second. We had more chances. We had Belgium shook. We shut down their attack. Like, that was a masterclass of a game. Like, you know, like, Belgium did not deserve to win that game. They did not. If anybody says Belgium deserved to win that game, they're full of shit. And, like, that's all I really got to say about that one. But shout out to the Azzurri. We're fino al finale. We're going straight. We're going all the way there. We're gonna. It ain't going home tonight, people. It ain't going home. It ain't going home this year. We're taking that. We're taking that English tea and we dipping our biscotti in it.
Oh my lord. Oh my lord. Don't have me cheer for England, please. Don't do this.
You can cheer for England. It's okay, bro. We're the enemies. We're the enemies of the entire football world. Like I'm cool with people. You know, people cheering against us is just the way it goes. Like, I'm not an extra person to cheer against us. Doesn't change anything. It's just, you know, that's status quo. That's status quo.
I got power to change a lot of things, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll talk about a team that you've been cheering for later that hasn't been doing well. But next we got like Czech Republic, Denmark. Denmark wins that 2-1. Earlier today. They win that 2-1. Shout out to Denmark. No Christian Eriksen. Comeback. Beating teams. Like, that bracket is still shit. I don't care. But, you know, shout out to Denmark. They still got to win the games. For them, it's a little bit tougher than England. But, I don't know. You watched the game?
Yeah, I did. Big shout out to my man, Patrick Schick, for having an amazing tournament.
He's having a crazy tournament.
But, like, it just ended. You know,
yep.
Big shout out to him, man. You played amazing. It was good. Like, he did whatever he could do to keep the team in the game today. Denmark basically dominated, and then Czech Republic tried to make some subs at halftime, and they scored that one goal. And then after that, it was more Denmark trying to, like, you know, keep their lead and make sure they advance to the next round.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's pretty much it.
And then finally, for the quarterfinals, we got literally practice. England versus Ukraine, 4-0.
Baby food.
These guys started Sancho to get him warm, just like for practice. They used all 5 subs. They rotated the whole lineup. They let everybody get their time.
Mm-hmm.
Like, So one person today said Luke Shaw is better than Spinazzola this tournament because of the game today. I was like, yo, you're fucking tripping. Like, he scored a goal good against Ukraine. Like, you're tripping. But honestly, like, I don't have much to say. It's like it's England versus Ukraine. We all know that England is going straight to the final. If England loses to Denmark, which some people are saying it might happen, and I believe it, it'd be shocking. Like, but like I would kind of enjoy it. You know what I mean? It's going home, not today. But
yeah,
anyway.
but I don't think you'd want to do that though. I don't think you'd want Denmark to be England.
Really, I think Italy is handling Denmark no problem.
Yeah, but that's the thing. That would be baby food, and then we're gonna come to y'all and say that the hardest team y'all ever faced was a broken Belgium.
Okay, true. But I mean, if England wins it, they're just gonna say like it's the same shit. Bro, man, give me the trophy. That's it. That's all I care about. Give me the damn trophy. That's like literally all I care about is we didn't make World Cup. We need a trophy. Shut everybody up and, you know, get people to leave that shit alone. Because if we don't win, like, that shit's never gonna go away. You know what I mean? Like, at least, like, if they win, people are gonna say, oh, y'all didn't make it to Worlds. And then after, you could just say, yeah, but we won Euro, like, right after that. And then that's the end of that. You know what I mean? Like, so...
Yeah. That chip on their shoulder is fat as fuck, though.
Fat as hell, bro. Fat as hell. And, bro, and the team's a team, man. I'm looking at these videos online. Like, they move like a team. Like, that. They move like they're all family and they love each other and shit, you know? So, and, like, the vets, like I said, the vets said before that this is the closest national team they've ever been on. And Bonucci and Chiellini have been on a shit ton of national teams with a bunch of legends. And for them to say that this is the closest team they've been on is, like, pretty insane.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, like, that's it for the quarters and round of 16. KB, you got, like, anything for any of these games? Any shout-outs you want to give? Or,
nah, shout out my man, Jack Grealish for sure. Because every single bits that I've seen him play, I was never a fan of him at the beginning of the tournament, but every single bits I've seen him play this tournament, he showed up. He lived up to the hype. At least every single time he showed up on the pitch, he made a difference. So shout out my man Jack Grealish. That's pretty much it, man. That's the only shout out I got for now.
So, we got a little bit of football news to go over real quick before we move on from footy. Jadon Sancho, the Englishman, the guy who got to practice today, heading over to Man U. I know Man U fans are excited for that one. They're already saying they're winning Champions League.
Winning Champions League, winning the Prem, winning FA Cup. Like, get the fuck out of here, bro. I don't even think that team's gonna be solid enough to keep up.
I think they need another mid, and I think Cavani can't be their starting striker.
Yeah, they need a striker for real.
Like, they could survive with Cavani. Like, look at AC Milan with Ibra this year. Like, we did fine.
I know.
Single-handedly took this there. But
yeah, but that's because Ibra's Ibra and Cavani's not Cavani, bro. You know what I mean? Cavani's not up there like that. I seen him play against Colombia today. Actually, a year ago against Colombia. I watched that game just cause, you know, just for the fuck of it. And like, Cavani's old, man. Cavani's getting there, bro. Father Time is calling his name for real. That guy.
He is old. But like, so is Ibra. But I guess you're right. Like, they're two different animals. I mean, shit, yo, Man U, good for you. Honestly, I'm only happy for Paul Pogba because I want him to actually have players he can use around him.
Yeah, big time.
But they definitely need another mid, maybe a winger, maybe a center back, and then they'll be a pretty decent team, actually. But they need a couple more pieces. They need to pull a Chelsea and just, like, add a bunch. You know, that can't be the first and last transfer. They need more. And people are saying Ronaldo might go there, and apparently Man U fans don't want that, but, like, I don't care about your Rashford and your Greenways and whatever. Like, bro, it's Ronaldo. Like, just start that guy as a striker, put Rashford on the side or something, you know? Rashford and Martial on the side. That's pretty nasty. You got Pogba in there. Actually, damn, what am I saying? Rashford and Martial. You got Sancho now. So whatever, you can figure that out. You can figure out a little lineup in there.
Yeah.
Some way to make that work. But hey, man, it's Ronaldo. You take that. Italy. And then we also got Ramos to PSG. Damn.
That's some bullshit.
PSG gonna be stacked. Who they get? They got Wilajum. I didn't even say that guy's name right. What is it again?
Ronaldo.
I will say Wijnaldum. I read it. Like, I literally read his name in my head. Like, I can't get it out of there. Like, even though I've watched games and I've heard the announcers say his name in my head, I can't stop, like, seeing the J. Wijnaldum. So Ronaldo joined PSG, Ramos is joining PSG, Donnarumma joined PSG. Like they're saying Ronaldo might go to PSG too. Like
That's right there. That's more. That's more than a powerhouse at this point.
they're saying Mbappe is gonna stay. They got Verratti still on the team if he could stay healthy. Like that team is just dang.
I mean,
Damn.
if that team does not do anything in the Champions League next year, I don't want to hear about them ever again, bro. I'm literally tired, bro. They made it to the finals last year. They lost in the semis this year, the quarters this year. It's like you've had the team's good enough to make it to the Champions League final.
Yeah, 100%.
Like shit. Maybe even win it, but it's just like they haven't been able to.
Because they're smooth sailing too much in Liga.
Yeah.
But and then well, damn, shout out to Ramos because you got disrespected by Real and you got yourself a team. You might win yourself another couple trophies, at least a league trophy for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, Ramos and Marquinhos in the back, that's pretty tight. Then we got like some news that Messi might be a free agent because Barcelona's having trouble with the salaries on the team. So if they can't figure that shit out, then Messi might leave. And honestly, that guy should. He should because he tried to and they imprisoned him. They imprisoned that guy.
Yeah, but who's gonna pay him like that? Who's gonna pay him like that?
City.
Fam, I don't even know, bro. I don't even know if Man City got money like that to pay Messi, though. That's my thing. That's my biggest issue with them.
Pep Guardiola loves that guy. He's gonna make it work.
Hey man, I hope so for Man City.
Make it work.
I hope so for Man City fans, but that just makes shit 10 times harder for me.
They could sell guys to make room for him if they have to. Like you got Phil Foden coming up, he's looking nice.
You're not getting rid of that guy, that's for sure.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like you got a guy coming, who can replace. You know what I mean? Like, and they just sold Aguero. Like Messi can play striker if you need him to. You could sell Mahrez and have Messi play right wing. Like you have options. You could sell guys to get some money and get Messi. So if they could have signed him last summer, I don't see why. Or like when he was trying to leave Barca, I don't see why they can't get him now. Like you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, shout out to Messi, bro. I hope you leave Barca. Whoa there. We interrupt this programming to let you guys know that Lace 'em Up has teamed up with the Jersey Plug, a Toronto-based sports and clothing shop selling high-quality replica jerseys. He's got everything from footy jerseys to basketball jerseys to baseball jerseys, even some cool basketball shorts if you guys are interested. You can access his shop using the link in our description below on YouTube or wherever you listen to our podcast. You can also access our link through our Instagram bio. If there's anything you want that doesn't appear on the site, make sure to give the plug a shout through the Contact Us tab and let him know Lace 'em Up sent you. So head on over to the shop and stay plugged in and looking clean. Alright, bro. So let's move on to the NBA. You were talking today about Cam Reddish and the game he was having.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, the Hawks lost to the Bucks.
Mm-hmm.
I think we all kind of saw that was going to be the end of the road for the Hawks, but then Giannis went down and was like, oh, maybe it's possible. Middleton and Drew Holiday said nah, and they finished them off tonight. What do you gotta say about the game, brother?
Hey man, it was a good game. I mean, like you said, like the first half was not as entertaining as it should have been, or like it should be, or whatever. But second half, it's like Atlanta tried to fight back in the game. It was a tight game at halftime, and then by the time I started paying attention again, Milwaukee was up 15, and I was like, oh shit, that's not looking too good. Yeah. So, I mean, Trae Young's also like he played on that ankle because he had to, like it was an admission game, and it still wasn't enough for what he did. I don't even think I think Cam Reddish was the highest scorer, which that's a major issue.
I was gonna say Cam Reddish took over that game. Like he was looking like Trae Young, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Cam Reddish got a whole lot of potential. It's just that he's been injured, and even this system now, like he didn't even see PT like that the whole series because what?
Sorry, go ahead. My bad.
Nah, the most he played was like the closing minutes or like you know when it's a blowout, you know you put your bench on the game and then you see what they could do, and that he got a lot of that, but he didn't see like crunch time basketball. So like where are you getting this practice from? Where are you getting the reps from? So I don't know. I feel like it was a bad decision, I think, for not playing him more, but at least he got to play, and now he knows the deal. Like now we know Atlanta could be something.
Yeah, he's more of a scorer though, isn't he?
Yeah, he's more of a scorer and he's a great defender.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. So, like, if he's a great defender, it means he brings more on. I was thinking, is it kind of like an MPJ situation in Denver, where it's kind of like we already got our scorers on the court, so we don't need another one. Like, we need like role players type of deal. So.
I mean,
because the whole system runs through Trey, you know what I mean? Like, the whole system built around him and runs through him, and like that's where all their success comes from. And then they got like Capella and Payne, but like pretty much everything lives and dies with Trey.
Exactly. I mean,
so that's why I'm saying, like, is Cam Reddish gonna get the touches he needs?
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. Like, it all depends on how they make the system work next season. The what's his face? The coach that they have now was just a interim coach. Like the coach the coach that they have.
But he might get full time. He just brought them all the way to the finals.
That's what I'm saying. So now he might get a full time.
Eastern.
Yeah, Eastern Conference Finals.
Eastern Conference Finals.
So we'll see. Like maybe Cam Reddish is gonna end up seeing more minutes, but Atlanta got a solid team to the point where like Cam Reddish coming off the bench is good enough. You know what I mean? Like he can do damage off the bench. That guy. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But yeah, the finals are starting Tuesday. We'll see how it's gonna go.
It's Phoenix is taking it. Like I think we're all pretty confident in that. How about you?
Are you sure?
I don't know. I think Phoenix is taking that. Like it could go either way. But I feel like if Milwaukee doesn't get Giannis back,
oh no, he's gonna be alright.
Taking that.
He's gonna be alright, bro. He didn't play the last 2 games, and he's gonna be alright.
Like the only thing I like about this final is that no matter what, a player who I want to see get a ring is gonna get a ring. Like that being Chris Paul or Giannis. Mm-hmm. So, to me, this is a win-win. But like, I think Phoenix have performed better in all of their series than Milwaukee. Mm-hmm. But like, both these teams are just hot right now. So,
yeah, I mean, I'm saying the healthiest team to me is Phoenix. So Phoenix should take it. But you know, and it could go either way, man. It could go either way.
I'm still not sold on Middleton. Like, you know, I know he's been having hot performances, but I know that guy, his flame can be doused like in an instant. You know what I mean? I've seen that guy go cold way too many times and be too streaky for me to ever have confidence in his play. But I know he's been showing out. And then Drew, like, you know, he's always gonna be tight on defense, but you don't know if he's gonna be putting up offense like he did tonight. Yeah. But yeah.
I mean, Chris Middleton's averaging 28 points over the playoffs, man. And he hasn't really had a bad game.
He hasn't.
So
like, I don't know, man. Like I don't trust that guy. Like I don't trust that guy. Like something in my gut just tells me like, yo, Chris Middleton, nah. Like, you know,
I mean, he's the closer on that team. He's the closer on that team. So if he
that's what I'm saying. But like I've seen him not be able to close before. Like, you know what I mean? Like missing those shots that when they need them. So
I just want to see who's gonna have to guard him for Phoenix. I wonder what that matchup's gonna be like, because I'm trying to think of who's gonna have to pick him up on defense, and I can't put probably Jay Crowder, but
who's gonna guard Giannis though?
DeAndre Ayton.
Yeah, he'll be able to handle Giannis, you think?
No, because
what sucks? That's gonna suck for them too, because like if Giannis is healthy, once again, like that knee might cause some problems for him. Mm-hmm. But if Giannis is healthy, like Ayton's been one of their top scorers, bro. So like that guy might get shut down. Like,
Ayton's gonna get bullied, I think, depending on how Chris Paul gets in his head and if he gets him in the game, because Ayton's either gonna have to deal with Brook Lopez or Giannis. And that right there, like, yeah, he can handle either or. Like, yeah, you can kind of play, like, whatever, he can do his thing.
He
but
would definitely rather have Brook. I think.
Yeah, exactly. So, but if he has Brook, who the fuck's gonna have Giannis? Because Brook Lopez and Giannis are basically 2 big men on the team. What's his face? Phoenix, they play small. Chris Paul, D Book, Jay Crowder, who the fuck else? Ayton. There's a man missing. I don't think it's Sarge.
Oh, what's his name? The guy who came from China. What's his name? He's been good for them, bro. He's been good for them. He played, like, he showed out this playoffs. I forget his name. It starts with a P.
You're not talking about Cameron Payne.
Payne doesn't start?
Payne doesn't start. He comes off the bench.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, Payne doesn't start. He comes off the bench. But let me see. I'm gonna look at that right now. Mikal Bridges. Yeah. They play small. They play small. So Chris Paul, D Book, Mikal Bridges, Jay Crowder, and Ayton. So like whoever the fuck's gonna have to deal with Brook Lopez or Giannis, like, my bad, man. That's gonna be.
I mean, I think they're gonna probably put Giannis on him. right? Because like Brook, maybe not actually.
Yeah, I mean,
Because Giannis would probably take Crowder, no?
I'm saying Crowder's gonna end up in Giannis, but Giannis in the post on Crowder, like that should be like yeah,
but I'm saying like because I'm thinking Ayton is a bigger threat than Crowder, but Brook Lopez can't guard Crowder. He's too slow, so they're gonna keep Giannis on Crowder, right?
Yeah.
And then after they're gonna put Brook on Ayton. That's what I'm thinking. But I think if Crowder is off, and if Ayton's on and there's no like either small forward or power forward that they have to worry about, and Giannis and Ayton are both on, I think Giannis is taking Ayton.
Yeah. So what
he doesn't switch too much on people, but whatever. Like I would hope so.
So we're saying Phoenix is gonna take that.
Like the way you have me considering right now, like I'm a little concerned.
That's what I'm saying.
It's kind of sounding like Miami from last year because they played small ball too, and like you breaking down the lineup like that in the matchups like has me a little concerned.
Exactly.
Like, that sounds just like Miami.
Exactly.
All they had was Bam, and everyone else was tiny.
I mean, but once again,
and they also had Jay Crowder. It was basically almost the same team.
Yeah. So but at the same time, like we're dealing with Chris Paul. Chris Paul can break down any defense.
But like that's what I'm saying too. Like that's what I'm thinking too. I'm like Chris. I just don't see Chris Paul making it here and losing. Like it doesn't compute.
Yeah, but
he's finally made it. He finally got there.
Yeah, but he's gonna have to. He's gonna have to take it. He's gonna have to deal with Drew Holiday.
Facts. You don't think they're gonna put Drew on D-Book?
Or D-Book, but regardless,
I feel like they put Middleton on Chris and then Drew on. I think Drew's just gonna play whoever's hot. Whoever's hot between the two.
I mean, regardless, like I feel like defensively, I feel Milwaukee's a better team defensively. So usually defense wins championship. So I'm gonna. I don't know. I don't want Jay Crowder to get a championship because I don't fuck with him.
I want Chris Paul to get a championship real bad.
Yeah. Like I feel like Chris Paul deserves one. I feel like D-Book deserves one with that performance. But I feel like Milwaukee, if Giannis comes back, especially like they're better defensively, so they should take it. But I'm gonna root for Phoenix just because I fuck with Chris Paul, I fuck with D-Book. Oh my guys, and they took out my king. So yeah.
This guy said my king. That sounds way creepier than the king.
Nah, that's my king.
Oh man. Oh man. But remember earlier how you were saying I have the power to help a team that I cheer for? Remember you saying that earlier?
Yeah.
You've been cheering for the Montreal Canadiens, right?
Yeah.
That's correct, right?
Yeah.
You might have to take out the broomstick, don't you?
Talk your shit.
You might have to carry the broomstick out with you.
Hey man. It was
Montreal down 3-0 to Tampa in the finals, and like there's nothing to talk about in these games. It's literally just Tampa
lighting
giving them the words.
That's it.
Just giving them the words. Just giving them. Finally, the universe makes sense. That Montreal hot streak is done. So everything makes sense now.
All right, bet. What if they come back from 3-0 deficit and win in 7?
If they do that shit, then the universe is fucked up all over again.
So I'm saying Montreal in 7. Let's get it.
Oh my god, you're insane. Yo, bro, the way Tampa is built for people who don't watch hockey, they're literally the Warriors when they had KD. Tampa is
elite,
stacked head to toe. Like, we could go through players if you want. It's not hard. Steven Stamkos, Nikita Kucherov, Braden Point, Andre Palat, Yanni Gord, Tyler Johnson on forward, and then they got Goudreau and Coleman, who are like deadly grinders.
Yeah.
Coleman, you need to watch a little bit of like some Coleman highlights. This guy's like a fourth liner, but this guy scores ridiculous diving goals all the time. Insane goals. I think he just got one the last game actually.
I was watching. I don't know if it was game 3 or game 2, but every single time like I was paying attention to it. Fam, they had the puck. They were dominating. It's just like that team is a cheat code. And you can
full on cheat code.
It's fucked.
They're the best team in the league. Like it was between them and Colorado, but Colorado didn't make it here, and they did. And Tampa might be going back to back this year, man, because.
Nah, Montreal in 7, fam.
Like I'm saying, Tampa in 5, maybe 4. Like, you know what
Nah,
I'm saying?
don't
I'm
make
gonna
that
give
example.
Montreal 1, but like, yo, they're getting, because now they're getting violent. You know, they're trying to hurt the other team and stuff. Like, they're frustrated. They're getting cooked. Rotisserie chicken. But but yeah, I also want to get into some of the like NHL awards too that came up this year. They just got us awarded. So we got McDavid with the Hart Trophy, Most Valuable Player, MVP. Not shocking, not surprised at all. one that like I wasn't shocked, but I was like, damn. Adam Fox, young defenseman on New York. He won the Norris, which is best defenseman in the league, and I was shook because Victor Hedman, who's on Tampa, is in my opinion is the best defenseman in the league right now. I was expecting him to win, and I went and looked at their stats, and I was like, damn. So Victor Hedman, keep this in mind too. As a defenseman, played 54 games, 45 points, which is pretty fucked for a defenseman. Like you're almost at a point per game, and you're a defenseman. Plus minus 5, so plus 5. In 54 games played. So, pretty good, pretty nice. Adam Fox, 23 years old.
Shit.
23 years old. He just won best defenseman in the league. 55 games played, 47 points. Plus 19. Oh my god. Like...
Wait, you said that motherfucker 23?
23.
What the fuck, yo?
He's a plus 19. Like, that's insane. Plus 19, that's crazy. Like, I'm looking at that too as a defenseman. That means that you're on the ice, your team is 19 goals up over the year. Like, you know what I mean? Like, like that's ridiculous. Like, that's ridiculous. As a defenseman, plus 19, insane. 5 goals, 42 assists, 47 points in 55 games. Wow. That's impressive. Well-deserved young man. Look out for him. You're a savage, though, because this guy was, he was drafted by the Calgary Flames, and he said, fuck y'all, I'm not signing. And then he basically just sat out until he got traded over to New York, and then he signed. So a little savage for that, but damn, what a season. I'm still tripping about this plus 19 as a defenseman, bro. That's insane. Usually as a defenseman, it's hard to keep your plus minus high because, you know, obviously you get you're scored on when you're on the ice. I mean, like, you shouldn't be, but, you know.
That's how the game goes.
Pretty insane.
That's how the cookie crumble.
Yes, sir. Another one I was surprised was the Vezina Trophy. So, Marc-Andre Fleury won that. Legend. But I thought Andrei Vasilevsky from the Tampa Bay Lightning, Tampa's starting goalie, should have won that.
Yeah, you were telling me about him.
So, once again, like, I went and looked at their stats for the season, right? So, Marc-Andre Fleury, 36 games played, 26 wins, 10 losses. Okay, so he only had 10 losses in 36 games, pretty good. His goal against average 1.98, so less than 2 goals against. Save percentage 928. So a save percentage, if you have a 1.000 save percentage, it means you never got scored on, right? So 928, pretty good. 6 shutouts on the year. Impressive stats. So I'm like, all right, bro, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Andrei Vasilevsky, 42 games played, 31 wins, 10 losses, 2.21 goals against, 9.25, so a .925 save percentage. So, my argument in the case of Vasilevsky, because I still think he should have won. 26 years old, by the way. Wow, best goalkeeper in the league at 26.
That's
insane.
crazy.
Insane. But yeah, so his stats are very similar to Fleury's. Like, Fleury has a better save percentage by .003. So, and he has a lower goals against. So I guess that's why he won it. But Vasilevsky played more games and only lost the same amount. And I get that Vasilevsky technically plays on a better team, but the Golden Knights are also a good team. So, like, I would still argue for Vasilevsky because their stats are almost identical, but Vasilevsky played more games. Yeah. That's just me, but hey, shout out to Marc-Andre Fleury, legend, collecting another trophy for the trophy case. Vezina Trophy winner. Then we got the Ted Lindsay, which is most outstanding player, which is basically just the MVP, but voted by the players, and I would argue that's a more valuable MVP because the players in the league are choosing. McDavid got the vote for that. Matthews was a nominee for both of these, but like I knew he wasn't gonna win. But shout out to McDavid again. Another Ted Lindsay, another heart. But brother, you gotta have some playoff performances, man. I know your team is ass, but we need you to get out of the first round. Calder, which is the rookie of the year, goes to Kirill Kaprizov. Have you heard of Kirill Kaprizov, bro?
Hell no.
Never heard of him before?
No.
This young man, like, he was undoubtedly the rookie of the year. Like, there was no one else in contention with him. Maybe like Robinson from Dallas, but he wasn't as good, not even close. This guy literally turned Minnesota from a bottom feeder to a playoff team in one season. And I think there was rumors about him leaving and going back to Europe, and I'm like, damn, bro, like, how could you do that after the season you just had? But he, like, single-handedly saved that team. That team was like trash, pure trash, and they get this rookie. He's a rookie, but like he's a little bit older. I think he's like 24, but like it's his first season in the year, so he's technically a rookie.
Yeah.
But yeah, shout out to him, well deserved. And what else do we got here? We got Jack Adams. I'm just running through the list here, just giving shout outs to guys. Jack Adams to Rod Brendamore, ex-legendary hockey player, coaching the team he once played for, Carolina Hurricanes. They had a great season this year. Unfortunately for them, they had to run into Tampa, and we all see what Tampa's doing to les Canadiens là.
Yeah.
So, shout out to Brendamore for the Jack Adams, and then finally the last shout out I want to give out here is the Selkie to Alexander Barkov for best defensive forward. That shit's been getting claimed by Bergeron for years and years and years as being the most like prototypical center. Like, you know how we talk about Chris Paul as being like the perfect point guard?
Yeah.
Like Patrice Bergeron is like the perfect center.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? He's not like the most offensively talented, just like Chris Paul isn't the most offensively talented point guard, but just like he wins faceoffs, he's good defensively, he does everything right, and he's been winning the Selkie forever, and now Alexander Barkov from the Florida Panthers just won that, and I think he's next up for that stout defensive perfect center. So shout out to him. But yeah, let's hop into the Podbate now, my friends. So the Podbate question: how do we feel about VAR? Is VAR a good thing? So that's your question. You brought that up. So I'm gonna let you start with it. What do you feel? I already know, but go ahead. I'm gonna be quiet. I'm gonna let you know.
Hey man, okay. So when it comes to that shit, bro, it's kind of tough because I feel like growing up watching the sport, you like it the way you learn about it. You know what I mean? Like the way it was played before. Like we didn't need to deal with that shit. Like the referees had their job, and that's it. Like if you miss a call, you miss a call, which it happens in all sports, right? But now it's like the technology behind this thing is like nothing is missed. We have to wait for like the calls from like the guys that are above the refs to see whether or not it was an outside, whether or not there was a handball, whether or not there's a penalty, whether it's a red card or not. Like it's just too much. What's the point of having the ref there then? What's the point? Because my man literally had to go back and check whether or not a tackle was a red card because of, and he did touch the ball, but the aftermath of the tackle was.
What are you talking about here?
I'm talking. I think.
No.
Was that the Netherlands game?
No, that was the handball. No.
No, maybe that was there was a play where like one of my boys made a freaking tackle and he hit the ball first, but the aftermath after the tackle he hit one of the players, which was a dangerous
play. That was the Switzerland game. That was a dumbass red.
Which
dumb red.
Which on the pitch you're seeing him, you give him a yellow, which is deserved. Like even then, like I don't even know about that, but yeah, whatever. We'll give him a yellow, but then
we'll give him a yellow. Like you know what I mean? Like he touched ball first, but it was a dangerous tackle. Sure, whatever. Give him a yellow.
Exactly, but then he had to go back to the camera, talk to the people that were in his ear, and tell him like, nah, that's a red card. You're literally killing the game. Like they're in an extra time.
Gave him a red off the bat, bro, and they did VAR to review if it was still going to be a red.
And just like that's just that. I don't think I don't like it. I just it ruins the game for me. I feel like I'm missing shit to appreciate. Like I don't know. I just don't like it.
Listen, I feel you on that. Because there's times where I like VAR and there's times where I don't.
Yeah, when it helps
times
the team.
Where no, not even that. Not even that. Like I explained this to you before. Like like to me, if there's like a borderline offside, but it wasn't like flagged, and it was like way before the goal. Like we're talking like the play is building up. There's an offside. They take it into the box. They pass it. It touches like maybe like 3-4 players' feet after the offside, and then they score. If you take that back to VAR, like, that's a fucking piss off, because it's like, bro, that's like that offside is inconsequential to the play that was made and the goal that was scored. I get it, like, yeah, if they called offside, that play would have never happened. But like, fuck VAR. If they didn't call it on the pitch, then that's fine. It's not offside. You know, like, if they didn't call on the pitch, it must have been tight anyways. So leave it be.
Exactly.
But then obviously, if someone scores, and like the scorer or the passer to the scorer, like, it's pretty recent, the offside, then I want VAR. Obviously, you know what I mean? Like, because that's literally, like, if you're cutting in and you're going past the defensive line and you score, like, off a header, whatever, volley, whatever the case is, and that's offside, like, or it's borderline offside, I want you to review that, because that goal is going to cost me, and it's like, that's consequential. Like, you know, he scored, that would mean he scored because he was offside. Whereas if the offside happened earlier in the play, like, that goal wasn't because that player was offside.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, it happened that way. That's the kind of ways where I want it to be reviewed. Like, I think it's like, if it's consequential to the game, then you have to review it. You know what I mean? Whereas, like, if it's like something that's a little bit like, you know, like, some stuff you have to leave up to the refs on the pitch, and after, like, what's their job? Why are they fucking even there? Like, you know, might as well have a robot.
Exactly.
Like,
Exactly.
And I feel the same, and I'm thinking all this comes back to, like, hockey, because hockey has the same issue, where we started implementing a lot of video reviews for stuff, and then I felt like it just slowed down the game a bunch, and, like, just like you said, like, I had a way that the game was played when I was growing up that I was used to, and like, stuff weren't like that, it wasn't like that anymore, right? So I feel you. Video review slows down the game, like any sport, and, you know, obviously you want to let the game flow and have its, like, do its thing. And for me, honestly, like, VAR basically should only be used when, like, you know, like, on a penalty. Like, you know, if it's a penalty, that should be reviewed. If it's like an offside that was right before a goal, that should be reviewed. Things like that. Basically, things that would lead to you losing the game. Like, things that literally, if it was called correctly, you wouldn't have lost. And if it, like, it's called incorrectly, you lose. Like, that's the type of stuff where it has to be reviewed. And I don't think an offside, a borderline offside that happened, like, earlier on the pitch, is that, because you still had all the time afterwards to recover, to stop them from scoring, and they still scored. So that, like, they still were able to build up a play and score. That's the shit that pisses me off. Exactly. I hate when you don't call an offside and literally they build up a whole play, they're passing in the box, they're doing everything, bing bang boom, they score, offside. It was like, yo, what the fuck? Like, why let that happen? Like, they just wasted their energy, did all that for no reason. Exactly. Shit like that pisses me off with VAR.
Exactly. But, I remember we were watching the Germany Portugal game, and we were talking about that handball last week, about how Mueller fell on his back, fell on his back, and the ball touched him when he fell, and it touched his hand, and then they ended up scoring on that play, and they called the goal off because it touched Mueller's hand when he was on the floor. So in a case like this, I don't want, like, that makes no sense. That makes no sense. Like, he falls on the floor, it touches his hand, blah blah blah, no goal because it touched his hand while he was on the floor. They had to check that shit again. I feel like back then,
shit like that is dumb, because you're just slowing down the game, and honestly, like, that's not to me is not a deliberate handball, like, you know. So
exactly.
Whatever.
But yeah, I guess we both don't fuck with that shit.
it's like I fuck with it when it's necessary. You know what I mean? Like, obviously, if you score off an offside, like, I'm thinking like where you're trying to say, like, oh, when it benefits you. Like, I'm thinking to the Austria game when they scored the goal that was later called off, and they took the lead first in that game off that goal. Like, obviously that, like, I want that shit to be called, because, like, if Austria has the lead and it's 1-0, that game might end up completely different. They scored pretty late too. For sure. They might be able to just park the bus and win. For sure. So that shit matters. Like, that matters. Right? But when it's, like, not necessary, when it's like whatever you're reviewing happened way before whatever play, like, you know, just fuck it. Like, you know, leave that up to the refs that are on the pitch. That's what their job is. That's what they're there for. You know what I mean? So that's how I feel about that personally. Alright, brother. So we'll hop into our final segment, sir. Overrated, underrated. It's like, I think you're asking this week, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes,
so
sir.
I am ready, sir. I am ready. Hit me.
I got 4 names for you. I feel like the first one I'm about to give you, I feel like we've talked about him before, but I don't think I've ever got your opinion on him. So, Kai Havertz.
Underrated. that guy, like, remember I was talking about, like, Germany's about to go through the same thing Italy went through? That guy's gonna be their Verratti. He's gonna be like the surviving piece, the young guy who kind of like was with that team that wasn't doing well, but it wasn't his fault. He was a good player.
Yeah.
And then like he's gonna be part of that next wave. You know what I mean? He's gonna be the vet on that next wave team. When Germany's gonna come back and they're gonna be like one of the best teams in the world again, he's gonna be like one of the vets on that team. And he's, hey man, the guy won a Champions League. He was arguably Germany's MVP. It's between like him, Gnabry, like they were like some of their best players.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's how I feel about Kai Havertz, bro. Underrated for sure.
Alright, man. My next one is Trey Eyes, motherfucking Trey Young. Yeah.
That's tough.
Yeah.
That's tough.
That's what I like to hear.
Because he could be both. Like, he could be either or. You know what I mean?
I mean,
like,
if you go to New York, they're gonna say he overrated as fuck. But you know,
I mean, like he's overrated in the sense that like everybody out here saying that Trey's top 10 because of his playoff run is like some bullshit. You know what I mean? He's not top 10 in the league.
how else do you move up top 10? It has to be throughout the playoffs. Playoffs is when you show up.
No, it has to be through consistency. If he goes on runs like this for like the next like 2-3 seasons, then yeah, he's top 10.
So we're gonna have to wait 2 to 3 seasons to see if Trey Young is a top 10 point guard in the league.
No. They're not saying he's top 10 point guard. They're saying he's top 10 player. Like literally, all the players in the NBA, he's top 10. That's what I'm saying.
Now we gotta chill.
People saying that shit are extra.
Yeah.
Relax. Like, you know what I mean? Like, nah, y'all are boosting. I've been seeing that in the comments everywhere. The Score, TSN, all these places. I've been seeing that in the comments. Top 10. I'm like, bro, y'all are out of your minds.
Yeah, we gotta chill.
At the same time, underrated in the sense that like look at the run that he's been on and like how he contributed to that. Like, so I'm gonna say for now properly rated because I think he has just as much haters as he has lovers, and both of them boost him in either or direction. Yeah. So I'm gonna give him a properly rated for this one.
Okay. Alright, the next one is Jadon Sancho.
Jadon Sancho?
Jadon Sancho.
Is it Jordan?
Is it Jordan or Jaden?
I think it's Jaden, bro.
Right,
I think it's Jadon Sancho.
So Jadon Sancho it is then.
Let's fact check that. We have Google, my friend. Google is your best friend. I'm pretty sure it's Jaden, though.
Oh, it is Jaden.
Okay.
Ew, but his name is spelled so weird as in, like, Jaden. Like...
What is it? It's Jaden, no?
Jadon.
Oh, Jaden. Okay.
Yeah.
Jaden. Okay. Yeah, but anyways, Jadon Sancho. If you asked me this earlier, I would have said underrated, but I think he's a little bit overrated right now.
Sheesh. Watch out, the menu was going to come after you, boy.
I mean, bro, he's not starting on the English national team, and the way that people were talking about this kid is like he's supposed to be like up there with Mbappe and Haaland, and he's like the next best winger on the planet, you know what I mean? And like he's not even starting on his national team, and people are saying like Grealish over him, and like, you know, like it's just like if you're that far down the depth chart on your national team, like how can you even be considered like what people are talking about you as being like one of the top wingers in the world? Now, is he gonna show up in Man United and have an absolutely crazy season and go all off? That's entirely possible, and then at that point maybe he's underrated. But as of right now, what I'm seeing in the Euros, him not even getting time on the pitch except for a game against Ukraine that's basically practice, like you're overrated. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion.
Yeah. All right, man. My last one, you're gonna have to watch your words, and you're gonna have to be careful because a lot of people have been bashing my man ever since, and I have to back him up. Kylian Mbappe.
I mean, like that's kind of tough. Like I'd say he's just like properly rated. Like if people rate Mbappe, he's like this guy. They're saying he's the next Messi and Ronaldo of like football. Like, you know. So.
Facts. You're saying that right now, but with that performance, with the miss pan, the 3-4 chances.
He's young, bro.
Exactly.
Like, what the hell? Like he's young.
I'm
on his case about it, but like I'm not really on his case about it. If he like okay, that was bad. You know what I mean? It was bad. Like we can all admit that was bad. That was a horrible performance. Like the type of player you are, the type of like money you make, the name that you have, like you can't be compared to like Messi and Ronaldo and stuff and have a game like that. Yeah. You can't because like that looked like a guy that looks like a bench. He looked like a bench striker that your cheese got into the game. That's what he looked like that game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
He looked like a player that like I don't want you to touch the ball. Like I literally don't want the ball in your hands ever. Like sorry, in your at your feet ever.
Yeah.
So, that's all understood. But it's like it's one game. First of all, second of all, like I think Karim Benzema being in the lineup really affected him. Third of all, he's young. The guy just won a World Cup. Like, don't be surprised. France is a powerhouse still for like the next like 4
as long as he's
like,
there, to be honest
Euro
with you.
World Cups,
Yeah.
like, you know, combos. Like they're at least like a top team for the next like 6 maybe. You know, so yeah, like talk shit now, but like the guy's gonna win another Liga, like the way PSG he might win a Champions League, and he's probably gonna win another international trophy, maybe the next Euros. Like who knows? You know, so.
I'm gonna claim that I'm gonna claim that next World Cup right now, to be honest with you. But
yeah, I'll give him properly rated. So.
Alright, man. I mean, that's good. I thank God you said that because I've been seeing these motherfuckers call him overrated because that's one performance. So I'm happy you said that.
Yeah, like I see why someone would say that. Like I get it. You know what I mean? Because like he like Mbappe is gassed. You know what I mean? Like he does get a lot of gas, but like you know like if. Like I feel like if he's getting hate on that performance, it almost evens it out. You know what I mean? Like, is he a little overrated? Maybe a little bit.
You're about to slip up, bro. Don't do that.
No, I'm not slipping up. I'm saying maybe a little bit, but like I said, he's young, so it's like, can he really be overrated if he's rated so highly while he's young? Like he still has time to like kind of become the player you all think he wants to be. Of course,
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, the only reason I'm saying he's a little bit overrated is because, like, I don't think he's at the level of Messi and Ronaldo. That's why I would say a little bit. But, like, you know, I still think he's the best young player out there right now. And, like, you know, like, I don't think him and Haaland are in the same league. I mean, like, some people, that might piss some people off. But, like, I don't think they're in the same league. Like, I think Haaland is like an Aguero and a Suarez level type of guy. Like, you know what I mean? Maybe he'll even be a Lewandowski, like, you know, like he'll be like those strikers maybe by the time he's said and done. But like, yo, Messi, Ronaldo, those guys are another level.
Yeah.
Neymar, you know what I mean? Like there's those certain offensive players that are just something else, you know. So, but yeah, that's all I gotta say about that. But anyways, that brings us to the end of the show. We appreciate y'all for listening. We just hit the milestone of 25. Thank you guys so much. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff.
Yes, sir.
We'll catch you on the next one. Take it easy.
Peace.